Hey folks, Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical. Welcome to my YouTube channel or Instagram page, whichever you are viewing this video on. It is time for the latest Freedom Fighter Tactical status of business inventory update. Today being Friday, December 8th, 2023. Let's get started right now. Hey folks, Todd at Freedom Fighter Tactical again. Welcome to my channel here on YouTube or on Instagram, whichever platform you happen to be watching this video on. Thank you again for being here. Greatly appreciate you. You can contact me through the website, freedomfightertactical@gmail.com. You can text me through the text blurb on the website. The phone number's on the website. You can text or email me there. 922R page on the website if you want to teach yourself 922R. I do not teach you 922R on the phone, in the text blurbs, anywhere else. You teach yourself 922R on my 922R page. Yes, if you have to read it 3 times, 5 times over, that's what's required. I don't spend my days teaching 922R on the telephone. I just don't do it. It's too many people, too many questions, and I just can't spend my life talking about 922R. So my page is great. There's some videos on there where I'm actually talking about it. Anything I can tell you in person is going to be there. I know it requires a little bit of work. Nobody wants anything to be difficult. I get it, but it is what it is. It's not hard to understand, and that page lays it out for you, and it's great. And by the way, 922R is a BS law. It probably couldn't be successfully prosecuted because it's a conglomeration of so many rules and regulations and laws and this and that directives, and it's vague and ambiguous and hard to understand and hard to put together. And it's unlikely that any law enforcement out there really knows much about it. Like if somebody saw you with your gun, they're probably not gonna be like, oh, there's a 922R violation. Let's get this guy. It's not that kind of a thing. It's probably more like you're already in trouble and they find they're racking up things to throw at you, and then this is maybe one of the things that they bargain away to get you to cooperate. Nonetheless, it is a felony, and it would be unwise to not follow it. And that's why I share it with you guys, so you can make a conscious decision as to whether you want to obey this or not, and that you're even aware of it. A lot of people aren't even aware of it. It's astounding to me how many people, law enforcement or otherwise, that just when they hear about it, they're like, I never knew that law even existed. Folks, what's going on at Freedom Fighter this week? We've got a lot of news for you. Let me get my little cheat sheet. Oversized bolt release buttons. We're almost out of black and NP3, almost out of top rails, almost out of the door breach tools, the 60097, almost out of NP3 trigger kits, almost out of steel black tubes. Again, totally wiped out of NP3 tubes. We're looking at maybe February for that. Almost sold out of all 3-position recoil tubes. We do have hopefully more coming. Additionally, we've got the single position and the 6-position coming as well. I think they're at coating, so those will be dropping soon. They're going to be black initially, and I am reserving some of this stock for NP3 coating. The single position will be in the fully collapsed position. So if you live in California or any other blue state where you're not allowed to have an adjustable stock or a collapsible stock, this is going to be the tube for you. There will be a point where I do a mid-position recoil tube position. As a matter of fact, that's going to parlay into another discussion, which I was about to talk about. The trigger kits I've already mentioned, they're getting low. A customer of mine this week pointed me out to a video by Mr. Coleon Noir. If you are in the gun community, you probably know exactly who I'm talking about here. He did a BENELLI M4 review of his BENELLI M4 and talked about all the things that he liked about it about 7 months ago. I never realized he did this video. He never contacted me to give him any parts or to sell him any parts or to give him a deal on any parts. YouTubers like to ask me for free stuff. They like to ask me for, hey, I'm going to do a video. If you want some play on your stuff, give me some free stuff. I don't do it. I don't give YouTubers stuff ever, okay? I want a pure review. I want somebody to buy the stuff, and if they like it and can talk about it. If they don't like it, they want to talk about it, that's fine too. But it doesn't come from me by giving them stuff that they feel compelled to do a nice review or do a kinder review or whatever. And you know what? People don't do the bad reviews on YouTube of our parts. Any review I've ever saw of our parts on YouTube have generally been pretty great reviews. So Coleon Noir reviewed his gun. He didn't say a whole lot about Freedom Fighter Tactical stuff. He did talk about how he had our black magazine tube on his gun, and he was very pleased with it. It was the first thing he decided to do. But he also said that he was delighted to have done the trigger components because he talked about how he feels the crisper, cleaner trigger, the pull on that, and the no creep, and the reduced weight. So he was very pleased. I had to look him up to see where his orders were. He ordered his stuff. I mean, he ordered it and must have received it and did the review the next week, because I think he ordered it sometime in the early spring. But anyway, thank you to Mr. Collion Noir for the kind words on our trigger kit and our magazine tube, and for being a customer of ours. Aluminum housings, we've got the 7003. I always think I say 4 zeros there. The 7000 and then a 3, so it's a 5-digit number, 7003. They're about out. Those are the OEM trigger housings. I've got them in black and NP3. I also have the ANS on order, so stay tuned for that. What do we also have in the works? We've got the collapsible stock in the works. We're working on that. The skeleton piece, this would be a 922R piece. Just the metal piece. I'm talking about just the metal piece. Of course, that's everything else on here is either Freedom Fighter or OEM. I think it's a Freedom Fighter pin in there, and it's a Freedom Fighter roll pin. I think it's an OEM button. It's an OEM stock cheek piece. It's an OEM butt pad. We've got these in the works and should be anytime soon. We've also got the flashlight mounts that are going to be very similar to what Impact had, but we've made some adjustments to make them ours, to lighten them up a little bit and to streamline them just a hair, to make it easier for you guys to purchase, to understand what you're purchasing, and have less weight on your gun. So those are in the works. A lot of my flashlight people think this is day to day. They're like on pins and needles to get one, and I get it, and I greatly anticipate your appreciation. Sign up for the email list. That's your best way of being notified. That way you can have some peace of mind that you'll be in the know when they drop. Bottom of any page on the website, you can sign up for the email list. I really don't want daily emails, daily calls, daily texts, or weekly calls, or every other week calls and texts about a part like that. Just get on the email list. You can unsubscribe anytime. When you finally get the part that you're waiting on, if you want to unsubscribe, then feel free to unsubscribe. But that saves me a lot of time and headache and energy answering a multitude of people who are contacting me every which way to ask me the same thing. I don't have any news on when they're exactly going to drop. It's going to be sometime probably between, I don't know what's going to make Christmas now. I would say it's going to be January, February. So, but we're working on them. We've got attachments for the collapsible stock in the works. We've got so much in the works right now. It's absolutely incredible what's going on here at Freedom Fighter Tactical. So it's a good idea to sign up for the email list if you're interested in all this new stuff that's coming out. I think that's it, folks. I hope you had a great week going into the weekend here. I hope you are warm and safe. Thank you to first responders out there, fire, medical, all you people out there who are working hard every day to keep our community safe, keeping people happy and healthy and on their way. Thank you to those in armed forces who, keep our country safe, and everyone I just talked about that puts their lives on the line each and every day to do what they do, and we greatly appreciate you and what you do. Particularly those who are serving in a constitutional fashion. That's important to me. That's important to a lot of the people here at the Freedom Fighter Tactical community, that we are upholding the Constitution and remembering who you're working for, the people of this country. You're not working for your superiors. You're working for the people of this country, and you're expected to do so in a constitutional fashion. And that's the job. It doesn't deserve an applause. That doesn't deserve special recognition. That you're observing it in a constitutional fashion, that's your job. And of course, I do pat you on the back, and I'm pleased that you're out there doing it that way, but that's what the job is. Those of you who are not being mindful of the Constitution of the people you were serving, and there's a lot of you out there, it could be all the way from dog catcher all the way up to president. If you're not serving this country in a constitutional fashion, you're not doing this country a service and the people around you a service. In fact, you're not really helping anybody, you're hurting things. So think about that when if you're one of these government employees and you're not doing things in a constitutional or friendly fashion, being mindful of the people that you're serving. You're part of the problem. Folks, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for your time here at Freedom Fighter Tactical. You know where to find me. Text blurb on the website, phone number on the website. You can call and text me there, and you can email me through the contact page on the website or directly at freedomfightertactical@gmail.com. Be safe, be warm, have a great weekend. Thank you very much. Take care.